And so, because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are soon to be opinionated. It's okay to be different, and it's so okay to just be. The world awaits to receive you.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes, yes, yes. It's going to come in singing because you know what we will do if we unite. We will shut shit down. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk, and you're here with your host, Grace Levi. And today we're just going to do a brief recap of what happened at the hearing that took place last Tuesday at Rodney Hinton Jr.'s appearance in court, if you have not seen it. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Grace Levi. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk, where we talk about everything corruption. Yeah, we be snitching. We talk about corruption, excessive force, law, review, cases review, anything that has to do with our freedom and us learning how to fight. That's what we do here, as well as we offer other segments that focus on history, your history, my history, and the truth. But until then, what we're going to do is get to what happened at Rodney Hinton's hearing. Okay, please hit the like button. I want to say thank you again for being here with me. Our goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. Now, this is brought to you by Cincinnati News, and it says man accused of driving into deputy, unaliving him, to be held without bond. Disturbance briefly paused the hearing. So this is Cincinnati. So we know what happened. This is just a brief recap. We're going to read it, okay? Because some people still got the story mixed up. But what we're finding out is a little bit more detail. A man accused of driving into the Hamilton County Sheriff deputy, killing him, will be held without bond. Rodney Hinton Jr. appears in court on Tuesday. Hinton is charged with aggravated manslaughter. Hinton is the father of Rodney Hinton, who was unalived by a Cincinnati police officer on May 1st. The following day, Rodney Hinton Jr. allegedly drove a car into the Hamilton County Sheriff Deputy, Larry Henderson, while he was operating a traffic light at an intersection of Martin Luther King Drive on Burnett Wood, Ames, UC Commons, and unalived him. The court was packed with several deputies and family and friends of Hinton. One person was escorted out after disturbance. They were heard yelling, "I just want to see my brother." You can watch what happened below. Let's watch this clip.
Cincinnati homicide detective that has shared some of the evidence in the case against this man, Rodney Hinton Jr., who is charged with aggravated murder, accused of hitting Hamilton County Deputy Larry Henderson with his car near UC on Friday.
Tonight, we have team coverage. Let's start with WCPO 9 News reporter Connor Steffen. He was in court this morning for a tense bond hearing. Connor?
Tanya, it was standing room only inside the courtroom this morning with dozens of law enforcement officers, as well as those supporting the Hinton family in attendance. The judge ultimately ruled that it's in the public's best interest to keep Hinton Jr. in jail. As Rodney Hinton Jr. was brought before the judge for a bond hearing, things grew tense with this moment that brought everything to a standstill. A man who appeared to know Hinton tried speaking with him through the glass, prompting law enforcement to throw him out of the courtroom.
I cannot recall a case that I've ever seen like this.
The judge ordered Hinton to remain in custody at the Claremont County Jail without bond. Dozens of CPD officers, Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies, and those supporting the Hinton family watched on as the judge made his ruling.
This is the most unusual case.
The prosecution says the state believes Hinton ran over the first law enforcement officer he saw after reviewing body camera video of an officer shooting and killing his son, Ryan Hinton, a day earlier.
Defendant in his current state is a giant mental health question mark and is a clear and present danger and poses a substantial risk of physical harm to law enforcement officers and to the public.
Hinton's attorney, Clyde Bennett, says the 38-year-old father was not in the right state of mind around the time of the crash.
They think that what they're doing is right, and they think that what they're doing is right because they're not in their right frame of mind.
Bennett requested Hinton receive a competency evaluation. The judge separately ordered jail staff to give Hinton any mental health treatment that is available.
I believe my client was mentally ill and finally committed this offense. I want him to get treated, and no bond is appropriate.
I know this is a difficult time for everyone who lives in this community.
Hamilton County Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey provided an update on her office after the hearing.
While we are concerned with safety, when other people stay in their houses because it's too dangerous to go outside, we're outside. We're standing, and we will continue to stand.
We also saw some of Hinton's family in the courtroom today. They declined to make any sort of comment, but they were met with protesters who were supporting them outside of the courthouse. Those protesters are questioning whether deadly force was necessary in the officer-involved shooting of Ryan Hinton. We're live in Cincinnati. Connor Steffen.
As they should. We're living in rare times in America, and the racism and the prejudice is showing its ugly face, as well as the tail end of a justice system who has severely battered the Black community without giving us any justice. And this is what's starting to happen. As we mentioned in the last video that we did, the first video that we did on Mr. Rodney, is that I assumed that he was going to plead insanity. Literally less than 2 hours after seeing his son unalived by an officer, he went and unalived another officer. Okay, and we may have some updates because allegedly we're coming to find out that the car was not stolen, that the car was actually late on payments. And this is allegedly, but we're being told that the tow truck company and the cops actually was surveying the truck for a couple of hours, watching the young men sleep in the car, highlighting that it's allegedly, I'm saying allegedly so I can bring you all the facts, that it's not legal for cops to accompany tow trucks to retrieve cars from dealerships. So this was related allegedly to a dealership car and a late payment. So we're going to double back on that information, but what we're finding out is that this was not an actual stolen car. This was a late payment, and the tow truck have been looking for this car. They end up hunting the car down and seeing the boys in the car, and the tow truck man basically orchestrated with allegedly Cincinnati police to obtain the car, which is allegedly illegal. Now, I keep saying allegedly because until I bring you the facts and the paperwork and put it on the screen, you know how Grace Levi do. We're not trying to defame anybody, and we're not trying to throw just anything out there. But that I do believe that is correct because it's being said by a few people in the Cincinnati area. So let's play this where Mr. Rodney Brother is being escorted out because he's trying to talk to his brother. All of that. You know what I see? Y'all always see escalation. I mean, it took all of them to just come towards him for what? When it could take one person to say back up and at least give him a chance to try to back up and comply. This is what I see officers do. They escalate situations by the way they make things appear. Even in the Tyree Nichols case, when we look at the replay of what happened, you can see that the officers was not even trying to accost an actual arrest, that they were just pretending to me to continue to beat him. allowing the hand to go free and grab it and go free. And this is the tactics that a lot of officers seem to use. And this just is my opinion of me watching. You know how they always say, he got my gun. He got my gun. Start resisting. This is all an act, and it's enough. I think the American people are sick and tired of it. So I think, like I said, this was escalated more because of the response of the police. I know allegedly he's not supposed to go towards the glass, but compliance can take place with a simple communication. But they don't think that we can communicate. They treat us like animals every time. Anytime we're involved, it gets heightened by the way they approach us. But let's just watch the rest of this, and then we'll show you another clip. All right, so let's just watch the next clip. We're having him outside. This person trying to get his line out. You see him.
Get my phone. It's on the seat. Get my phone. Get my phone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. They did this shit before. They did it before. I got video of them messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing. I just wanted my brother to see me. I ain't do nothing to him. He talking about that's my family. That's my family in that too. Doing all that. And see me one-on-one, man. And that funny motherfucker there for my brother, man. Talking like that hard. Y'all can't do that.
So this was the disturbance that took place the day of the court hearing, and this was Rodney Hinton's brother that was trying to, get him to see him in solidarity and support. And, many people may not understand why he did it or whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to understand, us as Black people, you don't have to understand. It really doesn't matter if you don't want to, but we're going to stand in solidarity, especially in these times where over the last couple of months since Trump been in the office, the racism have been showing its ugly, disgusting, funky face, and people expect us not to basically respond, have any feelings, as though we're dogs, we're animals, and we're not human. We're going to continue to show the other side and the personal side of what's happening on these cases as we get these clips. We are following certain individuals and activists who have hands on with these particular situations. So we're going to keep you posted and bring it to you. So I just wanted to show you guys, show the family, leave our family, what was going on in the background of Rodney Hinton's court appearance on Tuesday. If you have not seen it, the link will be below. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We have more to come. We will be keeping you up to date on the Tyre Nichols case, as well as we will be keeping you at abreast of what's going on with the Anthony's case, and other cases have that just been rolling out over the last couple of weeks. Again, I want to say thank you for being here with Grace Levi. We are here to show unbiased, realistic news. It may be a little difficult to watch, but we will grow together.
Could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. Nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. you know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.